Tonight, the connection between Eid al Adha and Hajj, and how to wish Eid greetings in different languages, and Pakistan's foreign ministry summons a US diplomat over a joint statement issued by the US and India. We cover stories about UK policing and reports of discrimination, Gaza lawmakers' complaint in the ICC, and problems in Canada's grocery industry. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. This is Muslim News Canada on Muslim Network TV. I am Catherine Bullock. Eid al Adha, also known as the Festival of Sacrifice, which is tomorrow, has a long tradition of sacrifice and giving. According to Islamic teachings, Eid al Adha commemorates the tradition of Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him. Prophet Ibrahim received a divine command to sacrifice his son Ishmael, and they both accepted this test of faith. The devil tried to dissuade Ibrahim, but he drove him away by throwing stones. God, seeing their unwavering obedience, sent a lamb from the heavens as a substitute for the sacrifice. This story is shared in similar versions within Christianity and Judaism. Eid al Adha is celebrated on the third day of the Hajj pilgrimage. Muslims sacrifice animals, and the meat is shared with the less fortunate, as well as with family and friends. Sheep, goats, or lambs can be individually sacrificed, while cows or camels can be shared by up to 7 people. Eid al Adha and the Hajj are closely connected. During Hajj, millions of Muslims sacrifice an animal on the third day. Afterward, they trim their hair, change clothes, and leave behind their pilgrim's attire, symbolizing purity and detachment from material possessions. They perform rituals such as circling the Kaaba, the house of God built by Ibrahim and Ishmael, and walking or running between Safa and Marwa hills. On the third day, the act of Prophet Ibrahim is reenacted when Muslims cast pebbles at symbolic pillars in Mina. Lastly, they perform a farewell walk around the Kaaba before leaving Mecca for their homes. Pakistan has summoned a US diplomat to register a formal protest against last week's US-India joint statement. In the joint statement, the two countries urged Islamabad to act against cross-border terrorism. It called on Pakistan to take immediate action to ensure that no territory under its control is used to launch terrorist attacks. Pakistan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs conveyed to the US diplomat that Washington should refrain from making statements that encourage what it sees as India's baseless and political narrative against Pakistan. Later, Pakistan's foreign ministry issued its own statement, calling the joint US-India announcement, quote, unwarranted, one-sided, and misleading. Pakistan's ministry says that counter-terrorism cooperation between Pakistan and the US has been progressing well. However, it says trust and understanding is critical to further solidifying Islamabad-Washington ties. The US-India joint statement was issued last week after a meeting between US President Joe Biden and visiting Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the White House. A British human rights advocacy organisation says ethnic minorities in Britain are racially discriminated against by police officers based on false information and suspicion. A spokesperson for the London-based advocacy organisation CAGE calls the behaviour of British police discriminatory and misogynistic. He says in recent years, public trust and confidence in the police has been declining. The spokesperson told a media source reports in the past 12 years show increasing police misconduct. He was referring to a report by a British social welfare official issued in March on the Metropolitan Police's standards of behaviour and internal culture. The report called the police institutionally racist, homophobic, and misogynistic. The spokesperson says the police force is primarily white, with a majority of male officers. He says police powers have increased, which allows them to stop and search anyone at any time. He says a public survey released in April revealed that trust and confidence in the UK police force has fallen to 40% across the nation. The spokesman says minorities increasingly feel as if they are being watched. He says they feel as if their communities are turning into prisons, where the police force is constantly surveilling them. For more on problems in Canada's grocery industry, stay tuned. Eight lawmakers from the Gaza Strip have lodged a complaint with the International Criminal Court urging Israel to lift a blockade and provide financial compensation to those impacted by it. The deputy chairman of the Palestinian Legislative Council confirms the news in a statement. He says the Palestinian lawmakers have commissioned French lawyer Gilles Duvier to submit their complaint to the court's prosecutor. The Palestinian lawmakers demand the ICC take the complaint seriously and promptly prosecute Israel for its crimes. The complaint also asks the court to urge Israel to ensure accountability for its actions of blockade and aggression against the Gaza Strip. The complaint carries the signatures of the bar associations of Jordan, Gaza, and Morocco. According to a UN report, the Palestinians have suffered economic losses of $16.7 billion, resulting from the Israeli blockade between 2007 and 2018. Canada's Competition Bureau wants the government to step in and help the grocery sector. It has released a report showing that the grocery industry is dominated by a few big players, which has led to high prices for consumers. To fix this, the Bureau has 4 recommendations. To encourage new players to enter the market, it says the government should create a grocery innovation strategy that supports online-only grocery businesses. The Bureau wants all levels of government to attract independent and international grocers to Canada so consumers have more choices. Third, they suggest passing a law that requires all stores to use the same pricing units. This would make it easier for shoppers to compare prices. Finally, it says restrictions on how grocers can use real estate should be relaxed. Right now, it's hard for new stores to open because the big chains control most of the good locations. The Bureau admits these changes won't bring prices down right away, but it stresses the importance of acting now to create a more competitive grocery industry. Nearly 1.9 billion Muslims across the globe will be celebrating Eid tomorrow with their loved ones. One of the most common greetings is Eid Mubarak. This Arabic phrase translates to blessed Eid. However, Muslims in different parts of the world wish each other in their own languages. And let's see if my Anglophone tongue can say them. In Basra, Muslims greet Eid by saying Salamat Hari Raya Eid al Adha. Bosnian Muslims celebrate Eid by saying Bajram Seref Mubarak Olsan. Bon Fête de l'Eid al Adha is how French Muslims will embrace each other. African Muslims will wish Eid Mubarak in Hausa as Barka da Salah. Eid Bayramla is the Turkish version of Eid greetings. Spaniards say Feliz Eid when they wish someone a blessed Eid. When someone says Eid Qurban Mubarak in Persian, it means they are wishing you Eid al Adha celebrations. Pukhtun brothers and sisters wish Eid by saying Akhtar de Mubarak Shah. And Salamat Hari Raya Eid al Adha is Eid Mubarak in Malay. How did I do? Thank you for watching. Eid Mubarak to you. Sun Vision is a not-for-profit organization and it produces our news. We need your support for donations. Please scan the QR code on our broadcast or visit muslimnetwork.tv to donate now so we can continue to amplify the voices of Muslims in Canada and abroad.